So let's dive into Agentic Attitude. I'm not talking about an AI agent's attitude, like a hot summer agent or something like that. We're talking about the aviation definition here as it pertains to planes and how they orient themselves in three-dimensional space. So in flying, attitude is this concept of how an aircraft is oriented. You've got the horizon. This is your baseline, your reality. In aviation, if you lose the horizon, you get disoriented and you crash. In AI, your horizon is going to be the ground truth that we are targeting. This is your core business objective and the rules that you cannot violate. Next, we have your pitch. This is your scope and ambition. If you point your nose too high, you're giving the agent unchecked autonomy. It's going to stall or hallucinate, right? There's too much risk there as we think about that angle of attack. And then finally, the role, as we think about the agent's adaptability or novel variables that come into play. These are things that we'll need to consider, especially as there are novel API calls and how we think about banking left and right. So as leaders, we don't need to micromanage the flaps or the rudder, but we need to define the horizon, the pitch, and we allow for role so we can let the agents fly. When we think about the idea of agentic deference, I think about this as our risk tolerance. And it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. You don't just have this world where, oh, I'll trust agents all the time for everything. Just like in my own life, I will have specific things that I will trust an agent to do, and others I'll have a little bit more management over that. So we think about this really in a very conservative lens all the way through to the most liberal component. And if you've heard me talk about agentic commerce before, consumers are the same. They are trusting agents and they're trusting LLMs to give them product recommendations, but they're not necessarily trusting them to complete transactions for them.